All right. And close. Okay. All right. Hey, Sophia. I'm a little late, but I'm here. Hey, Zaria. Hey, Jeanette. How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday. Hey, Ruth. Hey, Zombie. Hey, Lisa. Yay, my first live. Well, welcome, Lisa. Welcome to your first live. Hey, Katie. We'll wait a couple minutes until people get in before we start to go over everything that has been happening. I was going to try to get a video out today, but then I got distracted doing some other things. So I will definitely be having a video out tomorrow, but I figured I'd hop on and for our Tuesday live and talk about the things that I haven't talked about because they weren't really huge things, but I'm like, you know what? We'll talk about them in our Tuesday live instead of making a video about them. Hey, Alyssa. Hey, Beans. Is everybody having a good week so far? I need to stop being lazy and get my hair done. A lot of tea to spill. Oh yeah, we got a few topics to talk about today, so. All right, good to hear you're having a good week so far, Alyssa. I got a shout out. Beans, I try to make sure that I read all of the chat as much as I can while we're talking, and try to say hi to as many people as I can. So that way, I like the lives to be very interactive. It's, it's more fun to come on and do a live and actually be able to talk about things and respond, instantly instead of replying to comments. Because once I reply to a comment, like, I don't know what's up with YouTube's notifications, but if you reply back to me under the same comment, I don't get a notification about it. So unless I actually get a notification about it, I have to go back through and click on every single comment to see if somebody has replied back to it again. And I'm just like, this is annoying. YouTube, fix your system. Classes are driving me crazy, but it's okay. Well, I mean, that's just classes in general, right? Are you actually going to classes or are you doing like online stuff? Hey, Courtney. We'll start here in a couple minutes with the drama. We'll let some more people filter in. Hey, Athena. Oh, excuse me. Studying. Am I behind off? But I can always take a study break for Bruce. Oh, well, thank you, Mary. I hope your studying's going well. You're awesome. Thank you for being interactive with your followers. No problem. Thanks for following me and being here so I can be interactive with you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you so much. Online and lab in small groups. Okay. I mean, at least they're doing like small group labs instead of having everybody in like a large group. So that's good. I needed this tonight. Well, welcome. Welcome. Hopefully I can make your night better if you're having a bad day. Or that stinks. YouTube notifications in general isn't always fabulous. Yeah, no, I have no idea why I never get notifications, but I'll see like the original in my studio app, but as soon as I reply to somebody, if they reply back, I rarely ever get a notification that they reply back. So if you're trying to have a conversation with me in the comments, I'm sorry, but most of the time I have no idea if you reply. And unfortunately, that's YouTube side of it, not mine. I got the spooky house in the back lit up. Yes. Well, it's always lit up in every video, but sometimes whatever candle I put in it, like you guys know how candles work. You light it, and sometimes you get like the teeny little tiny flames, and you have no idea if they're lit. But this one though is going pretty good, so it actually looks all lit up and fancy. So yay. What do you think of Nikita so far? Personally, I've seen enough to see she's a nasty narcissist. Oh yeah, she's just been a mess for a long time, 100%. Hey Dina, did you see the Morphe X Nikita collection? Yes, I did, and that's something that I'm going to talk about with the Nikita. Excuse me, geez. With the Nikita in the title. So we'll go ahead and get started. Hey Smudge. So first thing that I was going to talk about was James Charles. I don't know if you guys saw, he put out a tweet the other day where he was like, oh, I'm going to unleash my inner lawsuit or whatever, typical James Charles talk. But he quote tweeted somebody who was saying, hey, this company, whoever is making this game where you put makeup on a face, is using your likeliness and your voice for the actual game. So you caught me in the grocery store. Oh no. Well, hopefully if you have me on speaker or whatever, everybody's enjoying what they're hearing. I'm playing Among Us with friends and watching it at the same time. I love us a good game of Among Us. So he basically said, that he was going to unleash his inner lawsuit. So I'm like, okay, like I clicked on the video, and now does it 100% like an exact copy of James? No, because it's a drawing. It's not like his actual face, but it looks very, very similar to James. And from what I can hear from the actual audio that was in there, it sounded exactly like James's voice too. So I feel like he could actually probably sue whoever is making that, because they are using his voice and his likeliness in the game without permission. I mean, can he prove he used his likeliness though? Well, I mean, that's going to ultimately, if he does decide to sue them, come down to a judge to determine. But it legit sounds like his voice. It legit like looks like him. So could he say like this person's using my likeliness? 100%, but it's going to come down to if a judge is going to like side with him or not. But I know that we saw I believe it was a video that I saw from Jake Yonsei, who was doing a RuPaul's Drag Race thing, and somebody was selling merch based off of somebody else's likeliness. I can't even remember who it was, but they were using one of the queens from RuPaul's Drag Race to sell their own version of merch of this person. And obviously you're using that person's face on your merchandise, which is not yours because it's that person's, if that makes any sense. So I believe that they like had sent the person like a cease and desist, and if you don't stop selling the stuff, then I'm going to sue you over it. So I mean, it's something that you could possibly do. That karma came back for James real quick, ripping off someone else's merch / clothing line. Yeah, and that's what some people were saying underneath the comments. They were like, well, you always take from other people, and so now it looks like this company is doing the same thing. I don't know if he does sue, if he's going to actually be able to win. But like I've said before, when we talk about people with money who sue other people who possibly don't have as much money, he could take them to court and just bury them in court costs, and then they wouldn't be able to fight the lawsuit if he decides to sue them. Hey, True Sleuth, how's it going? We're just talking about if James would be able to sue over that game being made off of his likeliness, with the assumption that it is his likeliness. I'm saying he could sue, but would he win? Who knows? But, when taking somebody to court, if you have money, sometimes it's not about winning or losing. It's about, you can take all that person's money and then they can't fight you anymore. Hey, Lily. What did I miss? Please don't forget to like the live. Thank you. Lily, did you hear what I just said about like a quick little recap? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, like he tweeted out something saying they unleashed my inner lawsuit because there was some game that was that was like using like an image close to his face, and it sounded exactly like his voice. If an influencer has put out a product, they likely have a copyright. Law, doesn't matter what he's done. He owns his image and voice. Yeah, 100%. I'm sure he had, like, well, I could look it up and see if he's copyrighted, like, his image. And I'm assuming with, like, how big he is, he would have a copyright for his image. Now, I know that, you know, no matter what you're going to do, people are always going to sell stuff without your permission. Like, I think he did a video a few weeks ago, maybe even like a month ago, where he bought like a bunch of fake James Charles merch, where he bought stuff from like Wish and like other like websites, or his friends did, so he didn't know what it was. So no matter how hard you try, someone's always going to be selling things without your permission. It happens, you know, all the time to every brand. Just like when people make fake makeup, you know, it happens. So no matter how hard you fight it, it's always going to happen. But we'll have to see if he actually does end up suing to have this game removed. Or, I mean, even if he doesn't, like, if he just sued and said, you know what, if you're going to use my image and my voice, then you're going to have to pay me royalties. So, I mean, if I was him, that would almost be like a smarter thing to do, because he's brought this attention to a lot of people. Unless he plans on releasing his own app similar to this, I don't see like why you wouldn't just say, hey, you're using my image and likeness, I'm going to take you to court and you're going to be paying me royalties for it. But who knows? I mean, he could be releasing his own video game or something. He did say that he has a huge announcement coming, so we shall see. Hey, Jaquandria. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, I got it perfect. Hey, Bree. Hey, Caller. He should be grateful for the free promo. Well, and by him also tweeting it out, I mean, he brought a ton of, you know, I can't even think of the word, a ton of attention, there we go, geez, to that app. So how many people, after he tweeted that out, went and downloaded that app to see, like, okay, do they use more of his voice in this entire app? Which I'm sure a lot of people did. Remember when he called out Wet and Wild for making that copy of his palette? Now, was it extremely, extremely similar? Yes. Were the colors exactly the same? No. There were, you know, some different shimmers, some different mattes, a little bit of a different shade. But, you know, makeup brands are always making dupes of other brands. It happens. But when he tweeted out that they made a cheaper version of his palette, people, one, that don't like him, that follow him, what are they going to do if they kind of liked his palette and they wanted it but didn't want to give James money? They were going to turn around and buy the Wet and Wild palette. And people who can't afford the James palette might be like, okay, well, you know, they have this palette and it's almost half the price. I'm just going to buy that one and see how it works. So he brought Wet and Wild more money and more attention by tweeting that out when all of that happened. So I'm sure the same thing happened with this whole game situation. I'm sure that people turned around and went and downloaded the game to see what was going on, which then in turn is now bringing that person, whoever created it, or that company, more revenue, because I'm sure there's ads and stuff in the game. There is a satire / impersonation exception. If they're doing satire, I think it's protected. Yes, there is. It's like when I think Star Wars tried to sue I think it tried to sue an adult industry company who made a parody of their movie, you know, for adults. We'll leave it at that so I don't get in trouble. But they got denied. And they're like, nope, this is a parody. You can't, you know, copyright it, or you can't file suit against them because it's a parody. He's brought attention to something no one knew about for sure. Exactly. 100%. And he could have easily have just, you know, that person, because that person tweeted directly at him. So unless you go underneath that person's tweets and replies, you would have never seen the tweet. And so he never would have, or if he would have never tweeted it out, then nobody would have saw it. But him, the person who tweeted it, and anybody who was searching for it, basically. So I don't know. I think it's weird to bring it up and, you know, in front of your giant audience, but it is what it is. I thought it was a new video, not a live. Late, what did I miss? We were just talking about the James little video game app drama. Jeffree Star is being sued by Anna Nicole Smith estate for using her name as a shade for one of the Velvet Trap lipsticks. Oh, interesting. I haven't seen that. I haven't been on YouTube. I think it was Rich who uploaded a video. I saw like Jeffree Star being sued by Anna Nicole Smith, but I haven't watched anything. So I'll have to look into that. Yeah. Is the actual name trademarked or on the lipstick Anna Nicole Smith? Is it Anna Nicole? What is the actual trademark? I covered that. Okay, perfect. So let's see here. Was it yours that I saw, True Sleuth? Hold on. Did you just put your video out? Yeah, because there's one for Jeffree. Okay, yeah, so 3 hours ago. Rich put one out 2 hours ago. Yeah, so I'll have to look into that. He named it Anna Nicole. Okay. Oh, I will have to call you back. Sorry. Stop vibrating. Okay, sorry. Somebody's calling me. So yeah, I'll have to watch your video and see what the whole situation is, because I'm sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, like I said, I haven't seen your video, but I'm sure you went and looked at like trademarks, what names were trademarks, what name is trademarked, what is not. So I'll definitely, you know, check into all that and see, because obviously you can use a version of a name that's not trademarked and be able to use it even though people know who it is. So we'll have to take a look into all that. I am so far behind. Like I said, I got distracted doing some other things, and I haven't even really done anything like on my phone all day today. Thoughts on Nikita 3 striking spill sesh, I think. See, Smudge, I haven't seen that. Is that did somebody make a video on that? Did Spill Sesh tweet something out? I haven't seen much of what's going on. T-Sesh. Okay, he 3-strike T-Sesh. And Keemstar is attacking her. Keemstar is attacking T-Sesh because because she made videos about Nikita, and now she's letting people know that Nikita gave her channel 3 strikes. Didn't Nikita just do this not too long ago where he did 3 strikes against a channel? Hey, Jennifer. Yep, and he's siding with Nikita. Well, he didn't. Oh, and also, Keemstar just did a video with Nikita too, right? So, surprise, surprise, Nikita came on Keemstar's channel, and now Keemstar is backing her, or backing Nikita. Sorry, not T-Sesh. Striking her parody account, I think. Apparently, Nikita has been bragging about doing it in videos. Oh, see, and I don't watch Nikita videos. Like, I swear every other video is no, not you, Siri, stop talking. Orlin's left me. Orlin and I broke up. Apparently Orlin has passed away, and then surprise, Orlin is alive, and then Orlin stole my car. Like, I can't watch those videos. Nikita and Keem are walking dumpster fires. Keem did a clip on his Twitter going after her. He has no idea what fair use is. Yeah, like, I'll have to go and check it out. Like I said, I haven't been on Twitter today, so I'm trying to catch up on like everything that I didn't report on. So I'm just like, you know, what a surprise. But I mean, every time, I feel like almost every time that every Keemstar video that I've ever done has been demonetized, and I had to request a review. And then they get approved for basically like a week, and then they get demonetized again. So I'm like, yay. So apparently Keemstar is that big of a controversial figure that they just demonetize his videos. Same thing with anything I do with Trisha Paytas. And also anytime that I've talked about Nikita, every video that I've done has been demonetized. So again, I will always, request review and they get approved, and then they get re-demonetized like a week later. But whatever, if it gets re-demonetized a week later, it is what it is. But I'm just like, YouTube needs to work on their little demonetization situation thing. I wouldn't put him in the title or description. Yeah, it's just a mess. Could also be the tags. Well, I try to be extremely careful, obviously, with things that I say in my video, so that way there's no swearing, all that stuff. And then also with my tags, I try to be the same way. Basically just, names followed with drama, all that stuff. So they need to get their whole system figured out, because I had them just demonetize a video that I put out in May. So what are we? May, June, July, August, September, October. It's almost November. So that video's been on my channel for over 5 months, fully monetized, and now I got hit with the demonetization strike. So now I think I've had 2 demonetizations in the last 90 days. I think you can get like up to 9 or something before they take you out of the program in like 90 days. But when I usually put out like a video like every other day, and if all of them get demonetized, then I'm just gone. They'll just kick me out, take my channel away. YouTube needs to work on a lot in general. Exactly. It sucks because the tags that get you demonetized will get you views. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sitting here with 4 million subscribers like Keemstar. So if I don't put tags in my videos, the people who are going to see them then are just the people who have notifications on or are subscribed to my channel, and anybody searching are not going to be able to find me because I don't have tags in there. So kind of have to have those tags in there. Maybe if you call them Veggie Boy, Cringe Star, you boobs, boys won't catch it, or bots won't catch it. Yeah. I think Nady said months and months ago he uploaded a video and it was immediately demonetized, which is when he started his Patreon. Yeah, Ruth, I believe that was in one of his like bathtub talk videos. He was talking about that. So he basically said that he got in contact with YouTube, and they're like, no, there's no words that instantly demonetize your videos, but clearly there are. They can say that there's not, but there's no way that as soon as you upload a video to YouTube and you click monetization and it comes back as instantly approved or not, it's clearly searching for words. Obviously, if it's, when it says checking, I literally have had a video there for like 5 minutes and then it got approved. And I've had a video that waited 5 hours before it finally got approval. So clearly there's something off with their system. To be able to check it in 5 minutes versus checking it in 5 hours, that's a huge difference. And also congrats on the 5.25K subscribers. Thank you so much, Smudge. It's been quite a year. Quite a year. Def Noodles is also getting targeted with his videos. Yeah, I don't know why like all of a sudden they're going through and like searching for all these videos to start demonetizing, because what's going to happen is that if somebody ends up getting, I believe, like I said, it's 9 copyright strikes in a 90-day period, they will remove you from the partner program. Then you have to like wait a certain period and reapply. But now that they're doing all of these videos now and copyright striking people right before the holidays, that's when not only like a majority from what I have been told, content creators make money because that's when more ads are being pushed because it's the holidays. So if you go through and you start to demonetize a whole bunch of channels, that in return is just going to cost YouTube money because now those channels aren't monetized, which means they're not getting ads, which means YouTube's not getting ad revenue from them. So it's like, what's going on? I thought they changed the rules. It was 3 and 90 days, but I could be wrong. Well, I hope it's not 3 and 90 days because if I have one more video that gets demonetized, then I will be out of here. I will have to look into that, but I thought it was like 9 and 90 days. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I have absolutely no idea. I don't know. I just don't really read things that well, apparently. I don't know. But 3 and 90 days. No. So 3 copyright strikes in 90 days. Not 3 demonetizations. Hey, Meg. My thumbs up button isn't here. Oh, no. That's weird. Hey, Raph. Yep, okay. And 69 viewers too, you're asking for trouble. Oh, no. They're cutting off their nose to spite their faces. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is like the time of year that YouTube is going to be pulling in more money because, again, everybody is going to be shopping for holiday. People are going to be, spending money into advertising. So it's like, if you start to demonetize a bunch of channels, what's going to happen is that you're going to cost your own company money. I got mass demonetized on some of my other vids recently. Never said anything because I didn't care about those vids anymore. Yeah, and I mean, it's not a huge thing for like a video from 6 months ago to get demonetized because, nobody's probably watching it. Yeah, well, you get a view here and there, but, it's not like it's getting, hundreds of views an hour. It's literally getting maybe, well, for my channel anyways, like maybe 3 views every 2 days if it's, 6 months old. Hey, Sar. Happy Tuesday. I'm late, soup. It snowed here the other day, too. I hear ya. Thank you so much for the super chat, Roxy. All the conspiracy palette was... Also, the conspiracy palette was spotted in TJ Maxx in Poland. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to, unless some old drama gets dredged up and people go looking for what happened back then. Yeah, exactly. Or if, somebody does something big and it just happens that my video like plays next because it's about that person from like 6 months ago, unless they're, looking for that, they can't really, or they usually don't get like a ton of views. Talking about snow and it's 85 here in Florida. I'll trade ya. It's like 30 here. So for James Charles information drama number 2, I saw on his Snapchat yesterday where he was talking about how he has all these meetings and some stuff coming up. And then I was like, this sounds a little shady because he's like, I can't tell you what it is, but there's something big coming. So I'm instantly thinking like, okay, this is probably going to be either another big collab with Morphe, or he's possibly going to be launching his own brand right before the holidays, which would be smart. One, either to have another collab with Morphe right before the holidays, because again, that's when people are shopping, or to launch your own brand right before the holidays, because that's going to obviously be another time that people are shopping. But he then continued that Snapchat rant by saying, I sound like one of those YouTubers that come on and they're like, I have so many secret projects working on, or I have a secret project I'm working on, but I can't tell you. But, I'm just going to be here in black and white, and I'm going to like let you know that I'm shooting for this campaign and I have something coming, but I can't tell you what it is. And as soon as he was selling all of this, my first thought went straight to Jeffree and him throwing shade at Jeffree, because Jeffree was literally on set the other day shooting his ad campaign for his newest launch that's coming out, I believe, in November. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So it looks like he's throwing a little bit of shade Jeffree's way, because that's basically what Jeffree was doing on a Snapchat the other day. And then on top of that, I'm starting to see some people and think myself that Jeffree is kind of becoming the new Jaclyn Hill, because if you look at his channel, it's I'm launching a product. Here's my product. Here's my apology video. Here's maybe one random video. And then I'm launching my product. Let's talk more about my product. Here's another random video, because he hasn't been posting videos, like, really at all. Everyone does that, though. Yes, that is true. Hey, Michelle. He's opening his own business, allegedly. I mean, I'm assuming something like that's coming. Yep, Jeffree only posts when he's coming out with something. And he is becoming the new Jaclyn Hill. He's way worse than Jaclyn. I did a side-by-side of both their uploading patterns. I thought, looking at Jaclyn's though I was looking at Jaclyn's channel in both slides. Okay, yeah, because, I mean, Jaclyn, I haven't been watching any of her stuff. I don't even know if she's, like, posted a video recently. Actually, I think she just posted, like, her must-haves, like, her fall must-haves or something. So I feel like she's, like, done more videos recently than Jeffree, although neither of them have really done a lot of videos. Last week, okay, yeah, so yeah, she just did that fall favorites video last week. So I'm like, okay, so now I'm starting to see maybe some more posts from Jaclyn than Jeffree, and I'm like, oh my god, my nose, sorry. And I'm just like, are we getting the new Jaclyn Hill from Jeffree Star? But he totally ripped off Lisa Eldridge's lipsticks and made them cheap and gaudy. Oh, interesting. I haven't seen that. I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible beauty person. She pisses me off with her chronic non-disclosure syndrome, right? It's like, hey, Bonnie, if you literally just, like, if just put in the description, like, all of these links below are affiliate links, like, that's all you have to do. Like, why? Like, for all she knows at this point, the FTC could just be literally watching all of her videos, all of her Snapchats, all of her Instagram stories, and compiling every time that she has not disclosed, and just be like, you know what, we're just going to hit her with a $500,000 fine as soon as we have, you know, enough proof of how many non-disclosures she's done, and we'll just hit her all at once. Like, why are you just not saying that this is an affiliate link? Like, it just makes no sense, especially when you've been called out about it multiple times. He lies more than Jaclyn. At least she doesn't have imaginary relatives. Oh no. Sorry, I'm late. I'm listening while packing. Hey, Jamie. I hope everything's going good up there. Lisa Eldridge is a makeup artist who came out with velvet lipsticks that people love. She launched hers last year. Oh, okay. I thought I saw something about that online, like Jeffree stole somebody's lipsticks or something. I hadn't looked into it, though, because I'm a terrible channel. Sorry, my bad. She can afford it. I mean, yeah, I mean, even if she gets fined $500,000, it's not like she can't afford it. And say it verbally. When I did sponsored content, I made it super obvious. It's not hard. I don't know why people think crediting and disclosing is the hardest thing ever to do. I have no idea. No idea. Just like I said in my other video, like, when I use a clip from somebody's, like, Instagram, or like if I get a recording from somebody's Twitter, then I'll usually say it verbally, like, oh, and I saw this, like, most of my videos these days come from Def Noodles, because he has most of them. He's like, and then Def Noodles tweeted out this video from, like, Trisha Paytas or whatever. And so, you know, people know, like, the clip came from Def Noodles' Twitter. instead of just like putting like a little caption in the corner, because I know that a lot of people, you know, they've even said in my comments, like, thanks so much for reading out the tweets, because I usually listen to videos and don't actually, you know, watch them. So with you reading out the tweets, I know that I'm not missing anything. So, you know, I try to make sure I also verbally say like who the screen or who the recording is from or whatever, or where I got it, because not everybody's going to see that on the screen. Miss you all. We miss you too. I can't wait to see your next update. Hopefully everything goes smoothly with the building when you guys get a chance to get all that going. I need to actually, you just uploaded an update not too long ago, and I started it and then I had to stop it. So I need to go back and finish that actually. 500,000 is like a bare minimum for the violations, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know, like I'm starting to see like a new pattern. Like it was different when Jeffree was uploading regular content. I mean, I get it, you know, you're super busy, so you know, you take off a week or two here, it happens, but I mean, it's literally just been, let's see, let's look at his actual channel here. So we have the Velvet Trap launch. We have the video that he retitled where he says, I have some really bad news, which, what was the original title? Like, I'm never dating again or whatever. I don't know why you'd go back and change that title. And then we had the palette that should not be named review from 2 months ago, or reveal, not review. Testing new makeup, and then the doing what's right, which is the apology. And then let's see here, his first date does my makeup, the GG good video, then talking about responding to the backlash over the cremated palette, and then the cremated palette review. And that was 5 months ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 videos in 5 months, like, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and almost half of them were about his own products. So 4 out of 9 videos are about his own products. And then the other 5 were actual videos / life updates / apologies. But you are so aware and Karen Jenner Bruce, these people are not. That's the difference. Yeah. Well, thank you, Raph. It was called Never Dating Again. He changed it because it was clickbait and wasn't getting views, changed the name, and views sort of spiked. Okay. Yeah. Like, whatever. It is what it is. I mean, everybody clickbaits, you know, to a certain extent, so I'm not going to fault him for that. But like, I think I've had to go back through and change a couple titles due to spelling errors, but I don't know if I've ever changed a title on a video, like, just because it wasn't performing well. Like, I try to keep my videos basically as upfront about what's going to be in them as possible. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not, you know, maybe I need to make them a little more clickbaity. I don't know. But I feel like if people are coming to watch a video that I'm putting out, they're coming because it's information that's in the title. That's why they're clicking on it, because that's what they want to know about. So I try to make it as, you know, obvious about what I'm talking about, or, you know, I don't know, you know what I mean? In general, like, okay, let's talk about what's happening with James Charles, or, you know, James Charles did this. And then there'll be like, you know, some kind of clue in the thumbnail or something. He changed the title after the guy came out and said they weren't dating them. There was a business transaction with Jeffree Star's image. Speaking of which, I know that he said he was going to put out a video on Monday, like a week ago or whatever. Did he ever put out a video? It looks like he took when I search him, let's see, let's just search for channel. There's so many channels now with that name. So it's, let's see, this one has 4,000 subscribers, so maybe it's this one. No, there's no video. I don't know, like, if he thought that he was really going to get to 100,000 subscribers, like, I mean, he tried, he got to 4,000. But yeah, it's like, if you're going to be saying that you're going to be exposing this information, so you need to get to 100,000 subscribers, I was like, this is never going to happen. But, you know, he tried. He hardly spoke about Andre in the entire video. It was an ear piercing blog. Yeah, I watched the video and it was, yeah, basically he talked a little bit about the situation and then gave an update about the dogs, gave an update about the house, and then everybody got their ears pierced. And it's like, okay, whatever. It was basically a video that everybody was going to click on because they were thinking that we were going to get information about what was going on with Andre. And surprise, surprise, we didn't. Hey, Lily. Late but here. Oh, well, thank you so much. You're never late. You always show up whenever you need to. Don't you worry about ever being late. I figured out I've just outgrown Jeffree. I don't judge anyone who still likes him and his products. Just not for me anymore. Yeah, I mean, everybody's always going to support whoever they want. If you choose to support Jeffree, you choose to support Jeffree. You choose not to. That's on you. Like, I'm not going to judge somebody who does. Like, that's on you. I like his products, but it's not worth it to buy them. Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of people say when people are like, how can you support Jeffree? He's a terrible person. But a lot of people who do still buy his products will either say, like, you know, oh, I've been a fan of him for a long time, so I'm always going to support him, whatever. Or somebody who doesn't like him says, you know, I don't like him. I don't agree with what he does, but he has a really good formula. So that's why I continue to support him. But also at the same time, I've seen a lot of people who said that they've had issues with both the palette that shall not be named, as well as the cremated palette, and they just said that they weren't up to par as the other palettes. So, you know, I'm not like surprised that there's some quality. You know, maybe he's losing some money, so he can't keep up the same quality, can't keep the same formula. I mean, that's just my suspicions, but who knows? I think that if you do change your formula and the quality of your product and you make it less than what it was, people are going to notice. And if you're trying to do that to save money, it's going to hurt you in the long run, because then people aren't going to come back and buy your stuff anymore, and they're going to let other people know about it. So I don't know if maybe there was just some quality control issues with the palettes that just came out or what the deal was, but we'll just have to see what comes out next and what people have to say. But I know that it took quite a while. Like, normally when Jeffree does things like the mystery boxes and stuff, you try to get on the website, you try to order it, it keeps crashing, nobody can ever get it, and they're out within, oh gosh, I feel like normally like within the first hour or two. I think this one took almost like 8 hours or something for these new mystery boxes to sell out. So three things could be happening. One, nobody's buying them anymore. Two, he's ordering more quantities than he ever was before, so now more people can get them. Or three, nobody's buying them and he has more quantities. So, like, those like the three things that could be happening: either an excess supply product, not enough people buying, or both. So I was shocked when I saw that it took hours upon hours for them to sell out, because normally they sell out right away. I'm glad I made it. Had to work today. Hey, Shanley, thanks for stopping in. Never bought his stuff. Yeah, the only thing that I've ever bought was I bought the Thirsty palette for a gift for someone. I got the Conspiracy palette when that launched for a giveaway. And then one thing that I got for myself was a lip scrub, and that was it. Jeffree and other channels are like, remind me of infomercials like Cindy Crawford. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's going on at this point. It's like, I'm just noticing more channels are just coming on to sell things than to continue, you know, producing content. One of the people that I see who actually produces regular content on the regular is James Charles. You know, whether you like him or not, he usually has at least one video out a week. I think he's back to doing Tuesdays and Fridays now. So, I mean, say what you want about him, but he's still one of the few people who is putting out regular content. I know that Manny is, I believe, Nikki Tutorials is, but I mean, a lot of the other like people that I've have followed because of the drama, like Nikita, doesn't really do videos anymore. I feel like Gabriel kind of is like a hit and miss with videos. I know Laura is like kind of rebranding herself into what is she doing now? She's not doing home decor. She's doing something. But Laura's doing like something else now. Yep, exactly. Many do like his brand and will still purchase. No judgment on my behalf because it's not my money. I worry about where I spend mine. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, Jen. Let's see here. Hey, Madison, new subscriber here. Love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you for making it to the live. I do live chats every Tuesday, usually kind of about for an hour. I used to do them 2 hours, but sometimes that's a little long for people to come back and rewatch if they want to rewatch it. So I try to keep it around an hour now. Laura does a lot of lifestyle type content. I've been loving her channel. Yeah, she's kind of like rebranding herself into more of like a lifestyle channel instead of a makeup channel, which, you know what, she doesn't want to be in the drama. She is raising a child now. Well, I guess I should say raising a teenager now. And she doesn't need like any of that drama in her life, and she just is going to stay out of it. And I mean, good for her. Like, if you see like growth from what has happened in the past, I would say that Laura's probably actually showed like the most growth from what has happened. She might have had the worst apology video in the history of YouTube, but she has shown growth. Like, people are always saying, you can apologize all you want, but until we see a change, we're not always going to believe what you say. And I think that, she has backed away from the beauty community. She's backed away from the drama. She's focusing on her family, and she is showing that she's changed. But that's my opinion. Everybody else can have their own opinions and say stuff like, well, she's not on camera because she doesn't want people to see who she really is, stuff like that. But that's just what I have seen and how I'm taking it. So, see here. Laura's coming out with something that looks like it might sell. Actually, she should announce it soon. Oh, nice. Laura has a clothing line now. Yes, Laura and Denise are adorable. Right? I want to know what's coming out too. Also, Laura's makeup line is nice. I've tried it. Yeah, and she still has Laura Lee Los Angeles. So I mean, she's still a part of the makeup community. So let's see. Laura and Manny grew so much. Yeah, I haven't really seen Manny get involved really in much drama. I mean, he did jump on the bandwagon with the Alicia Keys situation with trying to gatekeep the beauty community. But it's nobody's place to say who can and cannot come out with a beauty product or a beauty line, whether that is makeup or whether that is skincare. Like, that would be like all of the large makeup brands, when Manny launched his brand, say, what do we need another brand for from this person that nobody's ever heard of? Come buy our stuff. Like, they could have just logged on and like dragged him like that. But anybody can make it. Like, if I wanted to launch a makeup brand tomorrow, I could. Would anybody buy it? Probably not, but I could do it. I love Manny's makeup. Yeah, that was it the moon spell? No, the moon spell's like a highlighter. What was his like spell book that he released last year? Have we talked about James Charles already? Yes, American Princess. We talked about James Charles in the beginning of this video. So definitely you can, since I'm live, you should be able just to like rewind it. Or you can wait till the live's over and rewatch the whole thing. We're gonna stay about another like 10 minutes or so. Laura Lee already announced her clothing line. Oh, okay, perfect. You're incredibly generous of spirit. She just got herself a warehouse for a company. Oh, nice. I hope she caters to plus size. You'll have to go see and check it out. I don't have it, but Nudie Patootie is gorgeous. Laura launched her clothing line. It sold out first launch. It's getting ready to have her second launch. She had cute stuff. Oh, very nice. Hey, Lou. Moonspell is the spell book. Okay. Yeah, like that was super cute. And I'm surprised that he didn't like. Is it something that he still sells year round? Like, or maybe it was something that he could have like relaunched or done like a second version of it. I mean, he could have that from what I could tell, that palette sold really well and a lot of people liked it. So if it's not something that he keeps year round, it's definitely something that I feel like he should have, continued to launch in the holidays. Yep, it's year round. It was launched last year in Halloween. Okay. See, I'm terrible at following things sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. But I know like some people are saying like, oh, it's like a gimmick for holiday. So I think like what he should have done really is like made it like a limited edition launch for holiday time, and bring it back every year. Be like, we're gonna bring it back. Don't worry, but it's only gonna be available from this time to this time. So definitely make sure you pick it up. If not, you gotta wait a whole nother year. I like Moonspell. It was so pretty and I love the theme. Yeah, it was like super cute. Everybody seemed to like it. Everybody wanted it. Manny's blush palette is incredible. Which one? Well, I guess the other one's a highlighter. The blush palette's the one that he just released, right? It's crazy how Jeffree Star seems to be the one that cancels and ruins all the careers, if you think about it, though, right? Well, Jeffree Star seems to always have a falling out with all of his friends. I know, like, everyone can always say, like, oh, well, maybe they are just using him or whatever. And, you look at everything, it's like, what's the one common denominator? Like, when Jeffree and James were doing their collabs together, I mean, as far as subscriber counts and stuff, they were pretty even. Yes, Jeffree has access to, Makeup Lab, probably more people. But at the same time, like, James was doing his stuff with Morphe. So it's like, I don't think that either of them were really, I mean, they could have been using each other. But it's like, they were pretty even. Like, yeah, Jeffree's been around longer, has more money, probably. Can't say that for sure. But, for where James is at now, like, I don't know. Like, we'll have to see if anything else comes out about all that situation. We know something's going to come out about it eventually. Somebody's going to get fed up about it. Somebody's going to spill all the information or accidentally leak text messages. One thing is I haven't tried the individual highlighters, the glosses and lipsticks. Manny's biggest seller is the highlighters and is getting ready to restock. Yes, okay, the newest one. Manny's lipsticks and glosses are amazing. Have a great night. Don't forget to hit the like. And gotta make more miles. All right, Jamie, thanks so much for stopping by. Good luck with the packing. Stay safe, stay warm. I want to try Manny's lip glosses. I hear good things about them. Manny's makeup line is amazing. Well, like, what I want to know is, like, because Manny's makeup was in Sephora, right? And then it got pulled. So what I kind of want to know is, was that a Sephora choice? Was that a Manny choice? Like, if I think I remember that correctly, he was in Sephora. Yeah, Manny pulled out of Sephora. Okay, because I'm thinking, like, with a brand his size, like, to have to supply enough makeup for all the Sephoras, plus keep, stuff in stock for your website for a small indie brand, it's probably a lot of work to, keep those numbers up. Or, I mean, if you couldn't keep the numbers up, then your product's always going to be out of stock. So, I mean, maybe it is like a better thing for him to pull out of Sephora, because that was, that's a lot. I mean, I couldn't even imagine trying to supply product to Sephora. Like, I mean, I don't know what his supply chain looks like, stuff like that, but I'm sure it's probably a large number of products that you have to cover. Yeah, meaning pulled out of Sephora. I have the IG story. Okay, perfect. Am I on time? Hello there. Hey, Aqua. We are we're wrapping up here in a little bit, but we're still chatting. We're still chatting. I was gonna cover it, but then the palette that we shall not be named gate happened. I don't know what happened with that. He glossed over it. Oh no. I always wanted to try his stuff. Sephora, Force Brands, who stock with them on a specific release schedule. Stock with them to work on a specific release schedule. Okay, so I mean, it could have basically been like, "Hey, we need you to release a new product by this point," and they were like, "I'm not going to," so no. So like, okay, so then we're going to terminate the contract, whatever. I mean, I could see that too because you always want to make sure you have new products coming into your store, which is going to drive people back. Yes, people will come back and repurchase things they love. But I mean, you think makeup wise, how long does it take you to go through an eyeshadow palette? How long does it take you to go through a foundation, a primer? I mean, you're looking at least a month, depending on what palette you're using, how much of one color you need, how much foundation you're using, stuff like that. So unless you have more product coming out all the time, people aren't going to come in and buy new things, and they're just going to come back and get the things that they're using, which is not very often because we know that it takes forever to go through products. No wonder why ABH comes out with so much stuff. Well, I think it's going to get to the point. I know that people are getting tired of new launches all the time. You see it all the time. Every time somebody comes out with a new launch, if they just did one, they're like, why are we having another launch? Because it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of money. Excuse me. It's a lot of money that people spend on these products. But the reason that I feel like a lot of companies do at the same time is because people are buying them. Like, if you keep launching products over and over and people keep buying them, why would you not do it? You know what I mean? During a pandemic, it takes freaking forever, right? Mm-hmm. That's what's scaring me about ordering during the Sephora sale. The market is oversaturated. People are tired of buying the same thing. ColourPop is launching the Baby Yoda collection. Well, yeah, I just saw that ColourPop was doing that too. And let's be honest, most of the people who are buying that collection are buying it because of Baby Yoda. Like, I mean, I will ballpark it and say 50%. 50% of the people who are going to buy that is because they're using Baby Yoda on it. The other 50 maybe are going to buy it because they're Star Wars collectors, or they really, really like the color or the color story in the palette. Like, it's definitely just a marketing ploy to get it 100%. Like, that's my take on that. I mean, it's just capitalizing off of the Baby Yoda 100%. And that's why I feel like a lot of people are buying it. The next move will be skincare. It does. I'm no longer purchasing lip products. Yeah, like I feel bad for companies who are launching lipsticks, glosses, lip liners, any of that stuff, because a lot of people aren't using them if they're out with a mask on most of the time. At least that's how I see it. Like, I've seen people who will literally like just put their mask on and do their makeup around the mask, and then that way they have their makeup on and they just don't use any foundation on the bottom half of their face because like, well, I have a mask on. What's the point? Same here. I'm buying it. Well, Collar, why are you buying the Baby Yoda collection? Let me know. ColourPop didn't last long in Sephora either, which is weird because ColourPop is always bringing out new products. I love Laura. She's shown interaction. She is more than a decent human. The colors in the Baby Yoda palette I have in other palettes. Mm-hmm. Yep. ColourPop has a good formula for a great price, though. Yep, that's very true. Very true. Yes, I'm gonna buy it for Baby Yoda. Yep. See, like, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you can get, I mean, let's be honest, they probably had to pay. I think Disney is the one that owns Star Wars now, right? So they probably had to give a huge licensing fee or a huge percentage of sales to Disney to be able to make that collection. Because there is no way that Disney's just going to allow them to do that collection without making a profit. So I'm sure they had to pay or give a huge percentage to be able to make that collection, but they know that they're going to sell so many that they're going to easily make back everything that it's going to cost them, I'm assuming. Well, that's what you always hope anyways, but Amazon put Lady Gaga's first launch products on sale for cheap. Got a lip gloss for $9. Oh, so her stuff's on sale now. Yeah, there's some issues with the formula on the palette for their initial Sephora launch, and it screwed them. Do love a few of their palettes though. But at what cost? ColourPop might be cheaper now without a Sephora contract. Yeah, exactly. Just because you're in a store doesn't mean it's going to drop your prices. Like, it could, since I don't know where else ColourPop is sold, but I know it's sold on their website. If you sell directly from your own website, then you don't have to give a cut or a percentage to a store that's selling your product, because, I mean, let's be honest, a store is carrying that product or buying that product at cost, or a little bit more than cost. They're buying it, basically, they're buying it from ColourPop, and then you mark it up, and then that's kind of where you get your or you market at what they sell it on the website, and that's where you get your money from. So they might have to, like, Sephora might be buying it at a little bit more than what ColourPop is selling or producing it for. So ColourPop is making money off of everything, but ColourPop can, sell it cheaper on their website because it's going directly from them to the consumer, not to a third party, which then also has to make money. If that makes any sense. Did I say that right? Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully I said that right. They sell some stuff at Ulta also. Are they selling Ulta? You beat me to it. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I know, like, some people are like, well, if you can get it into more stores, it helps lower the cost. Not necessarily. Usually going directly from the company to the consumer is the cheapest route, because you don't have to pay or support a third party in the middle. You did. Okay. Perfect. I'm glad that made sense. Sometimes I just ramble and I'm not sure if I'm saying what I'm actually saying. So I don't know. We will just have to see what's going on with the collections and all that fun stuff. We'll have to see if James actually takes down this company. I should actually I wonder, let's go, before we end this stream, hold on, let me go to James's Twitter. And I'm gonna find that tweet, and I want to see if that let me turn this down so I don't get a copyright strike. What is this called? It's called okay, why is it called iAt? I think they meant to call it iArt. And there was a typo in their advertisement. But let's go see if this is in the store. I'm not seeing it. There was something by there's someone by the name Nikita on my ballot today, but couldn't. Oh my gosh, I can't read. Ballot today, couldn't help but giggle, thinking it's Miss Nikita running. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not seeing this in here, so I mean, it might not be an Apple product. It could just maybe be an Android product. But I don't see it in the App Store, so he could have had it removed. But, oh well. We shall see what happens. Baby Yoda colors are amazing, and I use stuff often. Yeah, I mean, some people are going to love the colors, and they're going to buy it for the colors. Other people are going to buy it for just the Baby Yoda portion of it. So, all right, but we have hit our hour mark, so I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you guys all so much for coming out and hanging out and watching. I do my streams, like I said, here every Tuesday. And then I also do stream on Twitch on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So if you want to come and chat on Twitch as well, link is down in the description for my Twitch. Free to follow over there. We just come, I play some games. We've been playing Among Us. The new Dead by Daylight tome came out, so I've been playing that to try to get that completed. So we do that every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So definitely feel to come and hang out. We talk about more drama. If people have drama questions, we talk about whatever anybody wants to talk about, and we just hang out and relax and all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. Hopefully I will see you guys all tomorrow on my Twitch. If not, I will see you guys all in my next video, which hopefully I will also have out tomorrow. All right. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye.